everyone, this is Trina. So happy that you are joining me this morning for our yoga. I'd love to see who's on. Hopefully you are getting your mat ready or you're ready to go and you've got your block. Today I would love your class to be about breathing deeply, generously, and I would also love for your class to be about moving your body and connecting to how you are feeling in the moment and allowing yourself to move in a way that creates space, allowing your breath to flow even deeper. Hey Jill, good to see you. Awesome. Well, we are going to get started. So if you have your mat and you have a block, I also recommend possibly having a waist-high surface just in case you need a little bit more height for balance, or even for if you have any challenges with your shoulders or your neck. Music today is courtesy of DJ Taz Rashid, and I'm so grateful that he's given me permission to use his music. So let me change up my playlist. Let me start a new song for you, and let's get going. Hey Mom, my mom's watching, awesome. So as I change my music, get your mat ready and get ready to become centered, and let's begin. Okay, so happy that you are joining me today. As you come onto your block, or you sit comfortably on your block or your mat, come into a comfortable cross-legged position. You always have options in class, so honoring your body is first and foremost the most important part to your practice. I like the other options of bound angle, Baddha Konasana, with your feet together and your toes slightly apart. That way your knees are in a nice diamond shape. But you go with what's comfortable. I'm going with cross-legged position today. Take a moment to feel for your sit bones plugging into your block or your mat. Take a deep breath in, grow your spine tall. Exhale, ha sound. Just take another breath like that. You can keep your eyes open if you'd like. Breathe out, ha sound. Hi Pam, good to see you. Take one more breath. Feel your spine grow, feel your spine lengthen. As you breathe out, feel your connection to your abdominals as you pull belly in. And maybe with this next exhale that you take, you choose to close your eyes, or you choose to narrow your focus on one still spot. Take a moment to scan your body from the crown of your head all the way to your toes. No need to stop or pause on one particular area, just staying curious. And now I would love for you to take your breath and feel for all those spaces you have within. Get curious, get fascinated with your breath capacity. And as we work today, I would love for you to not only stretch your breath out, but use this practice as a way to stretch your grace for yourself and for others. Let's take one more breath in collectively. Exhale, let go. Take a deep breath in for shoulder shrugs. Shoulders rise up towards the ceiling. Hold your breath for a moment. Send shoulders straight back. Exhale, squeeze, hug your shoulders together. Roll it down 1 inch. Take an inhale across your mid-back. Exhale, squeeze mid-shoulders together. Roll it down 1 inch. Now, third part, elbows in, palms up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hug the low tip of the shoulder blades together. Roll it down 1 inch. And then release and let that go. Let's do just one more set. So now empty your lungs completely. Take a deep breath in. Let your shoulders rise. hold. Bring shoulders straight back. Hug the top shoulders together. Roll it down 1 inch. Inhale, spread the upper back. This time mid-shoulder blades. Hug mid-shoulder blades together. Roll it down 1 inch. And then release that. Third part, elbows in, palms up. Breathe in generously across your mid-back. Exhale, hug, low tip of the shoulders together. Can you rise up through your chest? Hug the shoulders, let it go. Nice work. Let's come onto the hands and come onto your knees. Oh, hey, sister. Got my sister watching as well. Palms underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Start with letting your head hang down. Shake your head, no. Shake your head, yes. Cat-cows, inhale, open up your chest, look up, cow. Exhale, round your spine, belly pulls in. Take another deep breath in, feel chest open. Exhale, feel for your mid-back. Now I want you to continue to move on your own. Connect your movement to your breath. I want to see who's tuning in. Hey, Pam. Good to see you. Jill, glad you're still watching. So as you connect your breath to your movement, I'm going to remind you that it is only a 45-minute class. I'm experimenting with how much time to do live for you. So again, as you take this last inhale, your last cycle of breath here, continue to feel the stretch of your abdominals as you breathe in. Exhale, press the ground away, wrap shoulders. Now, with your next inhale breath, come back to a neutral spine. Come back to that neutral spine. And now, long neck, long spine, breathe in. Exhale, bump your hips to the right, look towards your right shoulder. Inhale, breath, come back through center. Exhale, bump your hips over to the left. Belly's in. Come on back through center. Now you're going to continue. You can choose to go to the side, or maybe you take your hips all the way back. Big circle, and then you come up. As you keep alternating, get a feel. Hey, Andrea, good to see you. Now, I'm not seeing you, actually, just to clarify. I cannot see you through my camera. So I'm trusting that you're breathing. I'm trusting that you're getting a good feel in the outer glutes, your low back. And I'm trusting that you're letting the movement feel good. Connecting to that. Our body is going to respond that much more when it feels good in our movements, connected to breath. Now finish this last one each side. And then come into a child's pose. You've got your knees wide, big toes together. Extend your arms out in front of you. Your forehead is to the floor. Maybe you find the block instead. Take a deep breath into the neck, into the top of your shoulders. As you breathe out, feel for your hips reaching towards your heels. Let's take a side bend. Your next inhale, keep lengthening. You're in child's pose still. Walk your hands to the right corner of your mat. And then place your left palm on top. Empty out your lungs. Generous breath across your left armpit all the way to your left hip. Breathe out. Pull your belly in. Inhale, breath. One more.
Breathe.
Exhale, let go. Still transitioning, breathe. Walk your hands to center and then all the way to the left side. You got right palm on top. Side bend, stretch. So if your knees are tender on this one, you always have the option of maybe a rolled up towel or mat. Do not struggle in your knees. Do not struggle in your neck or your shoulders. And do not struggle in the lower back. So continue to let it feel good. One more breath, generous breath, your biggest yet. Exhale, follow your lungs until they are empty. Nice, come on back. Inhale, curl up, roll up, one part at a time. You're gonna bring your feet out in front of you. And a very nice way to treat your neck and a nice way to treat our lower back is to roll onto our side. Lie down on your side, and I might need to adjust my camera, and then come onto your back. Your feet are flat on the floor. Your knees are pointing up to the ceiling, and your hands are gonna rest on your belly. Empty out your lungs. No need to look at your camera, or your phone rather. I'm looking at the camera, but no need for you to look at your phone. Empty out your lungs. We're gonna start with rocking pelvis. So with your next inhale, arch your low back. Just the top rim of your sacrum will lift off the ground. Breathe out, pull your belly in. Feel your belly pull in towards spine. Inhale, breath, arch, low back. Buttocks are still to the floor. Exhale, feel the belly pull in. Now I want you to continue that movement again to your breath. And what I'd love for you to connect with is how your breath and your body move together. And when we have that connection of breath and movement together, that is the unity. That is your yoga. Our yoga is different every time we step onto our mat. So it's a good opportunity to let go of what you've done in the past and focus on what it is that you need. You've got about 2 more cycles here. Every posture has its own quality of energy that you can connect to, that you can receive benefit from. And now come back through center. We're gonna add some core work. So as you interlace your fingers underneath your head for an elbow to knee, start with low back, gently pressing into the floor. Empty out your lungs. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest, your shoulders up off the floor. Now, if neck is tender, you're not gonna do this part. You'll keep your head to floor. Hold your breath. Press low back into the floor. Exhale, turn your shoulders to your right thigh bone. Now lift your right knee just over your hip. Ha sound. Inhale, breath. Keep your shoulders off the ground, or you're welcome to bring them back to the floor. Your choice, really. Hold breath. Low back into the ground. Exhale, turn your shoulders to the left thigh. Left knee lifts, your belly pulls down. Inhale, breath. Come back through center. Hold your breath. Press low back into the floor. Exhale, turn shoulders to the right thigh bone. Knee lifts over your hip. Ha sound. Pull your belly down. And now come back through center. Deep breath into low back. You're always welcome to take that extra breath as well. Hold your breath. Press low back into floor. Exhale. Turn your shoulders to left thigh. Knee lifts. Breathe out for 3, 2, belly all the way in. Last inhale, come back through center. Hold your breath. Press your low back into the ground. Soften your shoulders. Exhale, turn to the right thigh. Bring your knee over your hip. Belly pulling down. Last part, inhale, back through center. Your shoulders, are they lifted, or do you need to bring your head down? Hold breath. Press low back into floor. I'm feeling that burn right now. I don't know about you. Breathe out, pull belly in, turn to your left thigh bone. Pull belly towards spine one last time. And now, bring your foot down. I want you to stay one last part. Inhale. Hold your breath. Low back into floor. Exhale, lift just the shoulders. 1 more inch. Pull your belly down. Relax your neck. And now very slowly lower your head to the floor if you had it lifted. One hand to your low belly, maybe the other to your heart. Feel for that warmth. Now let's move into a bridge. Hands down. Walk your heels in a little closer to your sit bones. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Press the heels firmly into the ground. Lift your hips and relax here. You've got your feet, your ankles directly underneath your knees. Trap your thigh bones forward. And you're only bringing your hips up to the degree that feels best for you. Now, if you needed to, you could take your block and place it right underneath the low back right here. I'm going to lower down to show you how you can use your block. So as you use your block, or if you choose to, you want the widest possible way. And you have a couple options. This is the lowest level. This is going to be the second highest level. And then of course you could go turbo if you'd like, highest level possible. I want you to hold your bridge for a few moments here, a few breath cycles. I'm gonna fix my hair just a little bit here. There we go. Take a deep breath in across your chest bones, your collarbones. Hey Deb, good to see you. Krista, welcome. It really doesn't matter how long it's been since your last yoga practice. It is accessible for everyone. Focus on the parts that you can do. And that is where you're going to start to build your practice. You build upon that. Now in your bridge, you've got support. As you have that option of holding your hips up with your block or with your own leg strength, this is a great opportunity to let your back, your low back, receive some length and space. So now everyone, empty out your lungs completely. Take a deep breath in across your chest, your collarbones. As you exhale, gently pressing heels to floor, lengthen your thigh bones. Belly pulls in. And you've got one more breath here. Can you empty out your lungs? And now feel for your expansion of breath across your chest. Exhale, let go, melt your shoulders. Feel the strength of your legs as you traction thigh bones forward. We're going to transition away from bridge. So now press the floor firmly into the ground. From your feet, press into the ground, lift your hips, slide your block out from underneath to the side. And now let's begin to come down on your next inhale. Top spine to the floor, lengthen your tailbone. Take another breath. Mid back into the floor. Keep lengthening your tailbone forward. And now slowly bring your low back all the way onto the ground. Keep your feet wide. Let your knees fall to the right. Make a little goal post with your left arm. So now you have a chance to open and stretch your chest. You can look over your left shoulder if that feels good. Take one more breath. Come on back through center. Let your knees fall to the other side. Make a goal post with your right arm. Maybe you look towards your right shoulder. Belly pulls down. Take another breath. Feel for the stretch across your ribs, your hip flexor. And now slowly come back through center. Knees to chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Let's roll to the side. You've got down dog or puppy posture next. So in down dog, you start it the same exact way, whether you're in puppy or down dog. Your fingers spread about shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers, soften your elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Now as you press the floor away, wrap your shoulders. Your option is to stay right here. Or your option is to curl your toes under and then send your tailbone up and back for your down dog. I want you to have a couple moments here, few breath cycles. You are wrapping your shoulders around. I'm getting out of it just because I want to show you your hands again. They're going to be about shoulder width. Spread your fingers. Let the upper back open up wide. And if you're in your down dog, maybe you walk it out, bending your right knee, bending your left leg softly. Got a couple more breaths. Empty out your lungs completely. Take one more inhale. Exhale for 4, 3, 2. One more breath in. This is your transition. And now very slowly bring your knees onto the floor. Child's pose, hips back. Maybe take an embryo. Your forehead is to the floor. Now, your choice, your option. I like to transition with purpose and intention. So if you have any shoulder or neck issues, I'd love for you to take your time. We'll wait for you. So either come back into your down dog or choose to come into your all fours. Crescent lunge, left foot steps forward, knee tracking over your ankle. Your option is to keep your knee to the floor or back toes under, back knee lifts. Let your fingers float, pressing the floor away, then lift both arms up. You're in your crescent lunge. Now, you've got a long right leg. Your hips are going to be square. So I like to move the left foot over to the left, a couple inches. Draw your right hip forward. And as you keep your arms up, maybe you choose to, instead of that, place your hands palms to your heart. And of course, you can always bring your knees down to the ground if you needed to. Take a deep breath in, raise your back heel up a little higher. Exhale, drop your back knee down so your knee is under your hip, your arms come down. Let's take a couple breath cycles here. Inhale, push the floor away, lift, nice and tall. Breathe out, arms straight down. Push through, lift. Exhale. One more right here. Breathe in. You're gonna move into a twist. Come on down. Your back heel's up, back knees under your hip. Palms to your heart. Straighten your back leg. Hinge forward like you're peeking over a ledge. Now your front knee, your left leg. You're gonna turn your body towards it. Mid ribs, upper ribs are twisting. So from a profile, this is how it looks. I'm going to twist away from you. This is where you have the option. You have your block. You can place your block on the floor right inside your left foot. Palm can come down. Maybe you choose to extend your left arm to the ceiling. Belly in. And again, if you've got your knee down to the floor, you have those same options of using your block. You have the same option of keeping the hand to the heart as well. One more inhale. Your choice. I'm going to work up here. Slowly release. Bring your body back through center. Palms down to the ground. Maybe you drop the back knee to floor. Step it back. You're in your downward facing dog. Or you're wrapping the shoulders around in your puppy posture. Take a couple breath cycles here. We're not in a hurry. Take another inhale. Slow, complete exhale. It makes a difference when we slow our breath down. One more. And even if your breath capacity is feeling like it's shallower, that's okay. You start to lengthen it out as you breathe into your mid-ribs, as you focus breath into low back. Let's transition to side 2. Knees are welcome to come onto the floor, or you're transitioning from your downward facing dog. Right foot forward, crescent lunge or low lunge. Knee over ankle. If you're going into crescent, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. Push the floor away, lift yourself up, and hold it here. Now, side 2 doesn't mean it's going to be exactly the same as that first side. So feel for flaring your right thigh towards the right side there. And if you're finding balance as a challenge today, maybe take your right foot and heel toe your foot over to the right, just a little bit. You're drawing your left hip forward, so your inner legs are hugging towards each other. And again, with the hand placement, hands can stay to heart. Or you can bring your arms up over your head. Take a deep breath in. Soften your shoulders wherever you are. Now, if you are in crescent lunge, raise your back heel up higher. Bend your knee now. So now both knees are bent. Back knee is under the hip. Inhale, breath. Bring your arms up. Breathe out, bring it down. Push the floor away, lift. Exhale, let it come down. Now work on keeping your shoulders down and away. Awesome. Can you feel for the heat that is building in your body? I know I'm feeling some heat as we work this. You've got one more right here. Take your next inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Front knees over ankle, hands heart. Go ahead and lengthen your back leg if you're in crescent. If you're in your low lunge with knee down, you're gonna keep the knee there. Just make sure you've got some good padding and protection for your knee joint. Twist. Turn towards your right thigh. Mid ribs, upper ribs. Now, if you're in crescent lunge, there's a tendency to want to put a lot of weight in this right hip. I want you to lean a little more to your left. Belly's in, shoulders relaxed. Take your breath. First, empty out your lungs. Belly pulls in. And now take your breath into the chest. Lengthen your spine. As you breathe out, pull belly in a little deeper. And again, you've got the option. You can use your block. If you want to take this twist a little deeper, hand can come down to the floor. Arm can come up to the sky. But you've heard me say in class before, to not let these postures make you feel more than or less than your neighbor. Well, this is where we're stretching our grace. Connecting to what we need in the moment, to what feels good. Letting go of where we think we should be or how we should be looking in this posture. It is about how it feels. Now, I hope you did not forget about your breathing. Empty your lungs one last time. Take your next inhale, lengthen. Breathe out, pull belly in. Let's transition, come on back to center. Bring your hands down to the floor. And now step back, your down dog or your puppy posture. Round your spine, transitioning into your plank. So now when you are ready, lengthen your spine. If you're in down dog, your transition is to lift your heels, lengthen, stack your shoulders over your wrists. If you are in puppy posture, keep your knees to the ground. You're gonna hold this plank for a good 3 breath cycles. So, my breath count may not be the same as yours. So you might find that you're here longer than 3 breaths. You might find that you're only there for 2 breaths. Empty out your lungs. I want you to feel your strength. You've got your palms shoulder width apart. There's a softness to your elbow bend. Shoulders are down and away. We're transitioning onto the floor for our cobra, low cobra. So now if you've got your knees lifted, take your knees, bring them down to the floor. When you lower down, breathe out. Elbows hug into your ribs. Come on down all the way. Now long arms, or long legs rather. Hands out in front. 12 inches in front of your face. Belly's in. Inhale, lift up. Your elbows are now lifted off the floor, 1 inch. Shoulders down and away. Take a breath into your chest. Let your neck go. Exhale, slowly traction your chest bones, rib bones forward. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Toes under. Breathe into low back. Gently press the floor away. You go into either a down dog or you're coming into a puppy posture. Take your next inhale. Hold that puppy posture or hold your down dog. Left foot steps forward between your hands. Back toes curl under, lift your knee. We're moving into a warrior 2. Drop your right heel down. Inhale, push the floor away with the left foot and come into your warrior two. Let me get into frame, get into focus here. We've got the front knee over ankle. You're flaring your thigh bone towards the wall behind you. Your front heel lines up to the arch of your right foot. Extend the arms. Soften your shoulders. Maybe close your eyes or choose to focus on one still spot. You're gonna stay low. Palms lift up. Take an inhale, reverse warrior, reach forward. Take your left arm up to sky. Take your right hand either low back, right forearm to low back, or your right hand to where your thigh bone and your glute are. You're gonna press into that area so you keep space for low back. Now with reverse warrior, bend your knee just a little deeper. And with your neck, either choose to let your right ear rest towards shoulder or you're looking down towards the shoulder. Take a breath into your left ribs. Breathe out, lengthen your tailbone. Let's work on neck release. Take your left arm out in front of you. Bring your fingers towards your knee, thumb up towards the ceiling. And I want you to find where you feel this stretch all along the left side of your neck here. Keep lengthening your tailbone towards the floor. Empty out your lungs. Release your low jaw only. Just the jaw is gonna release, not your leg. I know you wanted to come out of that one. Let your low jaw go side to side. Glide it along upper jaw. And maybe you get a little deeper stretch here into the throat, jawline area. One more breath, you go where you are. Lower the left arm. Bring your right hand to your cheekbone. Place your head back to center. Feel that difference. Take another inhale, press the floor away, turn your toes forward. Let's work the other side. Pick up your right heel, pivot the toes or bring your toes so it's now pointing towards that right side. Bend your right knee, warrior two, side two. Right heel lines up to the arch of your left foot. Both arms extend and you hold. Belly still firm. Grow your spine tall with your next inhale. And now, palms up to the ceiling. Are you flaring your right thigh bone towards the wall behind you? Hinge forward, like you're gonna touch that right side. Reverse your warrior, right arm lifts. You're softening the top right shoulder there. Maybe take your left hand to low back, or you bring the left heel of your hand to where thigh and buttock connect. Bend your right knee just a little deeper. Empty out your lungs, deep breath in. Feel for your exhale, belly pulls in. Neck release as you take your right hand, bring it out in front of you, and then thumb up to the ceiling. Let your left ear rest towards your shoulder here. Maybe if the neck is tight, you look down towards the floor instead. Chin to shoulder. Let go of what you just did on that first side and go with what this side needs. So maybe the hand is a little more forward. Maybe your hand is a little further back. Lift your chin just a little bit more, 1 inch. Relax your low jaw from upper jaw. Glide your low jaw along the upper jaw. And now focusing either on one spot or maybe you're closing your eyes, getting that deeper connection to your balance, strength, and stability. And that can be accessed at any moment. One more breath. And now relax the right arm. Bring the left hand to your cheek. Place your head back up to center. Can you feel that difference? Press the right side, press the right heel into the floor. Turn your toes forward. And now, bring the arms out. Deep breath in, chest opener, hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers, or imagine you've got a cake behind you. Inhale, open up your chest. Hug the shoulders. Option to hinge forward just a little. Make sure you bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe instead you choose to lengthen all the way towards the floor, your choice. Let it go. You can rinse out your shoulders here. Slowly bring your hands to your low back. Release your hands, bend your knees. Roll on up. Now, slowly walk your heels in just a little closer, so now you have your feet a little wider than your hips. Come on down into an umpire posture, and then take a forward fold. We're gonna add some movement to this. Inhale, arms out, push the floor away, reach up to the ceiling. When you exhale, send your tailbone back. Round your spine, let your body melt. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, breath. You've got one more. On your own. Last one. Come down, meet me halfway. Meet me halfway. Your feet are in just a little bit wider than your hips. Palms now on top of your thigh bones. Press your left palm into your left thigh. Drop your left shoulder down. Maybe you're looking over your right shoulder. Now there's a natural traction that can happen here as you press the heel of your left into your thigh bone. Feel your ribs lift away from your hip. Breathe into that space. Come on back through center, everyone. Other side, stay low. Right palm into right thigh bone. Dropping right shoulder down. Take one more breath. Feel your belly pull in. And now come on back through center. Let your body melt into your forward fold. Keep your knees bent. Let your arms hang down. Walk your feet in a little closer for ragdoll, knees bend. Opposite elbows, hold on to them. And then sway your body side to side. We're gonna make our way to the floor here in a moment, but first, take one more each side. Come on back through center, arms dangle. Feel the heels press floor away as you come up one part at a time. Belly's in, shoulders stacked, lift your chin. Take a deep breath in. We're gonna do a lat pull ha sound. Take another one like that, breathe in. Ha sound. Take your time coming onto the floor. So as you make your way onto the floor, you've got your feet out in front of you. Roll onto your side first, lie on your side, and then come onto your back. Once you're comfortable, your hips on the floor, taking a back release. Lift your right knee over your hip, bring your right ankle bone on top of your left leg. Right hand threads through. You can bring your left foot off the floor. Hold here. Maybe choose to close your eyes. As you feel the stretch through your outer glute, this is a great posture for releasing tension in the lower back. It also helps with your hip flexibility. So now practicing this breath technique. Empty out your lungs. Take a deep breath in for 4, 3, 2, pause. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, hold that exhale for 4, 3, 2. Nice work. Take an inhale, slowly release. Bring your right foot down, and then let your knees fall to the right, windshield wiper. Bring it back. Let them fall to the left. Can you feel that difference between both sides? Let's do side 2. So take one more windshield wiper to your left. Bring it back through center. Inhale, left knee lifts over your hip. Left ankle bone on top of your right leg. You have the option to take your left hand inside and between your legs and then bring your right thigh over your hip again. The other option is keeping right foot to floor, left palm, pressing left thigh bone away. So wherever you feel the stretch, breathing into this. Slow your breathing down. Now empty out your lungs. Let's work that breath technique together. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, hold your breath, 4, 6. Exhale for 4, 3, 2. Now hold your exhalation, no breath in. Nice. Inhale, breath again. Slowly release. We're gonna bring that into practice just a little more. So now release your left side. Bring both knees up over your hips. Let's make a small, tiny circle so you're massaging your sacrum. The triangular shape of your low back into the floor. Go the other direction. We're gonna move into Shavasana. My words will guide you into it. I'm going to give you a few moments of silence, and then my words will guide you out. And that's how we'll end our practice today together as a group. So when you are ready, you're gonna lengthen your legs out in front of you. I'm gonna roll to my side and come up. You do have the option of also placing yourself in a cross-legged position. So you go with what's most comfortable for you. Empty out your lungs. Take a deep breath in for 4, 3, 2. Hold your breath, 4 seconds. Exhale for 4, 3, 2. Emptied lungs, no breath. And now take a deep inhale again, this time on your own. You're practicing one more round on your own. And beginning to feel for the points of contact your body has to the floor. Take this next inhale. Hold your breath, and then just let it go. Ha sound. One more breath. Gather what no longer serves you. As you breathe out, maybe this time you close your eyes, so you allow yourself this opportunity to go inward. I'm lowering my lights, but maybe you have something to cover eyes, or you're choosing instead to go with focusing on one still spot, your choice. Allow your shoulders to melt down away from your ears. Feel the jaw soften. Relax the inner corners of your eyes. Now, as you allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm, observe your thoughts. Allow your thoughts to drift in and out. No attachment. No attachment to a thought or any decisions that have to be made right now. There is a space that you start to create between your thought and reaction to it. Within that space lies your wisdom and peace that is at your very core. As you allow your thoughts to be observed, it makes it much easier for your wisdom and that feeling of peace to come through. And as I said, we are at a time where we are stretching our grace for ourselves and for others. So take these next few moments, these next 2 to 3 breath cycles, to not only absorb the benefits of your hard work and effort, but to connect to that wisdom and peace that is at your very core. deep breath in. Breathe out. Take a moment to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Delight the feeling of aliveness throughout your whole body. Now take another deep breath in. Notice how much more calm and peaceful your thoughts have become. This is always a result of your hard work, your choice to make time for yourself. Slowly bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself that great big hug. And then slowly, when you are ready, make your way into a comfortable cross-legged position. Once you are here at the top, take a moment, lengthen your spine forward, maybe take a nice big circle to one direction. And then let's change it, go the other way. When you're ready, feel for your sit bones press into floor, your hands, palms to your heart center, chin towards chest. Now I always say namaste at the end of class, and what that means is the sacred in me sees and honors the sacred in you. But take this moment to honor, to acknowledge the sacred that is within each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful Saturday. I'll see you next time. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today, for tuning in. I would love your comments on what you would like to see in the future. My plan is to offer this class to you every Thursday morning at 10. And so let me know if you like this time of 45 minutes or if you prefer a 60-minute. I also plan on recording these, so there will always be a link available for you to tune in if you cannot join me at exactly that time. So please reach out to me and let me know how I can help support you during this challenging time. And I hope you remember that we are all in this together and we can get through this together. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.